Hey guys, how y'all doing? This is Jerry from Jerry's Garage, making another DIY video. Today we're going to be making a water filter for under my sink for the cold water side. Got a lot of silt from my well, stuff like that. Gets up into the sprayer, clogs it up. Got to clean it every month. The water comes out kind of cloudy. And with this, believe it or not, it stops probably 95% of what's coming through. And it's very simple build. It doesn't, so far I'm into this for 12 bucks. Okay, and I can change the media every month, which is going to be activated charcoal that I buy at Walmart in the fish department, the tropical fish department, and some green scratch pads you use in your sink or for cleaning stuff. And it works really well, I gotta tell you. So anyway, here we go. Got a couple of couplings, we got a couple of ends, we got some nipples that'll go into the ends here, okay, that will hook to your water lines, and we're going to have a compression fitting here so that when we cut this in half, we can put both sides together. We obviously have some glue and plumber's tape. Always need plumber's tape. That's the truck. Anyway, once we put all this together, we glue it together, we can put it under the sink, and you got yourself a very cheap DIY water filter that does work on stuff that may be floating around in your pipes, especially if you have well water, or coming directly out of the well. In my case, they're in the pipes. The well is fine. Whatever. Okay, so these are the parts you need. All of this, except that, because I already had it, the tape. All of this here is about, I think it was $13 at Big John Supply in Chiefland, Florida. Good guy. Hope he gets rich. Anyway, now we begin. So we're going to cut about 3 inches of this pipe off, and then we're going to cut it from there in half. Okay, so now this pipe is 7 inches and about 1/8. So we need to cut that in half, which is simple enough. So we got it at 3 9/16, and now we'll cut this in half. Okay, so we put all this together, got it glued. All we did was we took our glue, all right, and we put it liberally inside the coupling around where it goes in, pushed this piece in, and we did the same thing on this side and pushed in the pipe. It dries very quickly, enough to where it is watertight and proof. I usually let it sit after it's all together for a little while, but realistically, you could probably run water through this now and it wouldn't leak. So that part is done. Now we have to go put the compression fitting on. Now, before you put this piece on, this piece, if you remember, this goes on here like this, okay? This is the threaded part. You have to put this on first. So you slide this over like that. In this case, it'll fit right over the whole damn thing, which is not that's fine. So you don't really, on this particular size, have to do anything with it, all right? But in some cases, you really do, all right? So you're going to want to put this on like this, making sure that the flange part here is up, okay? And before you do that, make sure you check, yes, okay. And then you take your top and you put down there and okay, good. We're all good, right? So now what we're going to do is we take this off. We put some glue on the inside here and put it on there. So now these are both basically put together, okay? Very simple. This took, if I wasn't doing the camera shit, this would have took me about 30, 40 seconds. That's it, okay? That's it, right? No big thing. Let the glue dry. As you can see, it came off with 2 fingers before. It ain't going nowhere now. This glue is very good stuff for this kind of thing. All right, now we take this and we put that like that. We bring that up and then we can put it together if we want to. Okay, so now it's completed. All right, you can take a small pair of channel locks or pliers or something and gently make sure these are tight enough that I was able to get them tight enough. That's your filter. It's very simple. Now we put the media in. Okay, so what I did is I got that one round piece in and nice and flat at the bottom, okay? And then I took the rest of the pad, or most of the rest of the pad, and cut them up into tiny pieces like that, which now go into here, which is hard to do. Hold on one second. You just shove them in there, and what will happen when the water comes through from the outside line to here, it will push all this stuff forward. And what it will do is also stop some of the bigger stuff that may be coming out of your well or city water or whatever. All right. Now on this side, which will be going to the faucet, you fill that up with the activated charcoal. The first thing you want to do before you put the charcoal in is to clean it. Because if you don't, it's just going to be a bunch of black shit comes out. And if you got your aerator, like I have a sprayer, it's just going to clog that again. So there's no point in doing that. So you just clean this first. You find you a little sieve or something, and you just clean it. You can make a sieve. It's easy. All right, get an old cup you don't like, drill some holes around it. It's very tiny, and put some water in it, or get you a kitchen sieve or something that you can do this with. It's got very fine holes in it. All right. Be right back after I do that. Okay, so this is under my sink. It's PVC because it's a fucking trailer and it's annoying. And I always have my yellow bowl here. It's just an old mixing bowl we had around here that I use and I put up underneath here because this line is the cold water line right here, and that needs to come off of here. So what we're going to do now is take that off, and then any water that drips out of here will go into this the old yellow bowl. Okay, so I got this here drained off of there. Okay, right here that you can't hardly see behind the trap. Okay, all the water's drained out. Now we want to take this other hose and put on here, so that basically what we'll have is 2 water hoses underneath. One end and the other end will hook to the actual filter. Okay, so it's all hooked up. This is the water line coming out, going in. You may want to mark each side so you know what side the charcoal's on. Okay, I have cut my arm, as always, somehow. And my wife, who makes me take aspirin every day for a heart attack, is, I believe, cunningly trying to bleed me to death, but nevertheless, never fails. I end up with a cut because I'm big and everything I do seems to be small. And I'm sure plenty of you out there understand that. Anyway, it's all hooked up. So what I'm going to do while keeping this as close to under my yellow bowl, is I'm going to very slightly turn on the water, because now this will be under pressure, this whole thing. Okay, so we're going to do that, as you can see, and we're going to check for leaks anywhere. All right. Using a flashlight usually works. I'm here so I can see what I'm doing. It does not seem to be leaking from anywhere, I don't believe. Possibly right there. So I'm still bleeding, so I got to do that. Bleeding on the damn floor. Check it out. Disgusting. Anyway, okay, so everything's tight. The water pressure is on full. As you can see, I put it on full. All right there. This one back there where my finger is going. Okay, I took this bowl out and I dried it out completely. That way it's easier to tell if it's leaking. I don't see any water anywhere going anywhere. Okay, all seems to be pretty good. And now we get up and we go to the sink here and we turn this on. Now we're getting nothing. Why are we getting nothing? We came up here, we took our sprayer off. Okay, we don't want anything that might still be trapped in the line coming up to go through that. All right, and now we just turn it on. We got, for us, good water flow. All right, and it is now also being filtered. And maybe we'll fill up the dog's bowl again. Okay, so just fill this up. The water is literally clear. Okay, there's nothing, I can't see anything floating in it. It's not gray, nothing. And all this cost was 13 bucks in without me doing this video, probably less than a half hour. And to you know, to change the medium and all, you're talking maybe 15 minutes a month or less. If you got any better ideas or whatever, please let me know in the comments. And, you know, if you just let me know in the comments, and we'll take it under advisement. If you'd like to donate to this channel, my PayPal is below. I'm coming up with a Patreon. Not that anybody's going to give, but whatever. The camera work, I have to admit, is getting better, but is far from perfect, so I'll work on that. But in reality, this is a very simple DIY, and it will save you a ton of money, and not so much on the filter. You can get a filter for under your sink for 30 bucks, but the filters, the actual part you replace, are usually, you know, 20 bucks a month, as opposed to maybe, I don't know, $1. And it works very well. Now, I can't guarantee that every single poison or whatever that is in your water is going to come out. I don't have a tester, so I can't test this. I would love to. I'm going to try to get one, and I'll let you know how that goes. But if you get the tester, you'll be able to tell the difference. Anyway, this is DIY with Gerry. DIY. Wow. Nice. Anyway, with Gerry's Garage, and we'll see you again. Bye.